All right, we should be live. Let's see if everything is working. It looks like it. Sick. All right. Let's just go ahead and minimize this. Perfect. All right, guys. So I am Brent the Bear, and I would like to welcome you guys to something new. It's called Fantasy Friday. We are going to be playing any fantasy game that we, deem is fun, or we were doing a playthrough um, that is of the fantasy genre. So I have come up with a little schedule for streaming here on forward. So I'm going to get that out of the way real quick. Um, so Monday, I'm gonna call it Mayhem Monday. So we're gonna continue our Borderlands playthroughs, especially on Monday, or any other Borderlands type game, whether it be the spin-off games, with like for like Telltale, or like the pre-sequel, or any of the other like specifically named Borderlands games. So we're gonna be playing those on Monday, just because there's a lot to do with those types of games, and I think. Um, That'll take a majority of like the Mondays. Tuesdays we're gonna take off. So any day, I'm gonna tell you this right now, a little sneak peek. Any day that begins with a T, we're gonna take off. Wednesday we're gonna continue with the We Decide. So we're gonna do a lot more Telltale single player story driven games that we have to make decisions on. So whether it be Dark Pictures or Telltale, or any other games that we come across, it's like, hey, this is very story driven. Um, it's like only mostly single player type games. Those are me reserved for Wednesdays. And then Thursday we'll take off. Friday we are going to be playing Fantasy Friday. So to kick off and jump right on into it, we're going to be playing one of the best fantasy games that's kind of like out right now. It's held up. It came out about a year and a half ago, but now it still holds up very, very good. It's called Baldur's Gate 3. I'm sure you've heard of it. I myself am a very big Dungeons and Dragons fan. I play Dungeons and Dragons. I have multiple groups that I play with, one of which I DM. You'll see me all the time wearing like Dungeons and Dragons like merch or like shirts like this one. Since we'll be making a new character for this playthrough, I busted out the rolling dice builds character, the little bit of a dice and the D&D and symbols. So let's, without further ado, jump right on into it. So I've played this game with people. I just haven't played it solo. Um, I think it'll be fun. I think this is gonna be a long game. This is gonna be like something that we can definitely do in the future. Um, but I thought this would be something, to shake things up a little bit. I thought this would be kind of fun. Let me double check, make sure everything's going good. Because I hear a small echo in my ear. Plus, you guys can hear this awesome music. Yep. All right. So there we go. We are off. So for any of you who haven't played this before, you're in for a real treat. Especially if you like Dungeons and Dragons or anything fantasy driven. So if you like obviously Dungeons and Dragons or Pathfinder or like Lord of the Rings type um, genre, you're going to love this. If you're not, it's a very like strategic game where you play your class and your role to the best of your ability, and you can change it based on the character. So we're gonna do a new game. We're gonna start fresh. Let's see, explore, ignition. Well, we'll probably just do balance because I haven't had any issues with it being balanced in our other playthroughs. Um, so we're just gonna go ahead and jump right into making our character. I'm gonna do a um, a class and a um, character I've played a while ago. Um, I haven't used them in years, but I'll shut my mouth so you guys can hear the this intro. That's badass. So a little side warning, there are some little graphic stuff for this. This will be us. This is our character right now. And that right there is a mind flayer who is putting in like a little like leech parasite in our eyes, it looks like. All right. Welcome back. This is not your first adventure. It is not. So I have played this before. I made it. I want to say halfway through the game with friends and obviously Holly. Um, we've played a little bit with this, but we haven't finished the campaign. And plus, there's so many different routes and like butterfly effects you can do with this game, so each campaign is gonna be different. So I think for our solo campaign, it would be completely different if we did like a multi-player like co-op game down the road. So I have no problem if we want to replay the story. So I'm pretty excited. Welcome back. As this is not your first adventure, tutorials you have already seen will not appear again. If you would like to see them, you can reset tutorials. I think we should. Just because I haven't played the beginning part of it in a while. Alright, so we will be playing one of the characters that I made. So I'm going to give a little story time background. I've been playing Dungeons and Dragons, um, specifically 5th edition, since 2015, and it's been kind of on and off. Obviously, there was a pandemic and a bunch of life happens with moving and whatnot. But I've been playing for roughly over a decade at this point, so I know a pretty decent grasp around Dungeons and Dragons, especially 5th edition. Um, I've fiddled around with like the 4th edition and the 3rd edition and 3.5, but the 5th edition is just very user friendly, and that's I think what's very very popular right now. A bunch of podcasts, whether that be Critical Role, Legends of Adventures, Tales of Sticky Dragon, or Dungeons and Daddies, and not another D&D podcast. There's just a bunch. There's a bunch of D&D um, content out on the internet because, well, we're all nerds and we all love D&D. It's just such a big realm we can explore. So I'm going to use a character I haven't used in years. I've made him for a one-shot and I haven't really used him since, so I thought it would be best to use him for our solo campaign. Plus, I know a lot of the characters for the origin characters that are in the story, whether that be Asterion, who's super popular, Lizelle, Gale, Shadowheart's also popular, Will, and Karlach. Karlach also be very popular. I'm going to assemble a team that makes sense for the parties, for like just for like their bond and their chemistry, and I think that makes a balanced party in a D&D setting that would make sense, just someone as a DM would understand. So we're gonna do a completely custom. So we'll go to the race. So I'm thinking, so the person I am making will be a dwarf because, well, I love dwarfs. Dwarfs are cool. Um, let's see. Let's see. Custom. Can randomize it even more. Random. Random. So as you can see, if you just spam random, you're gonna get some wild, wild people, wild creatures all over the place. This guy looks cool. Anyway, we're gonna go straight back to dwarf. Um, God, the soundtrack for this is so good. And the sub race that I have, he's actually a mountain dwarf. But for here, there's going to be some slight differences between a dwarf in D&D aspects and then a dwarf in Baldur's Gate 3 specifically. So here, let's see. The gold dwarf is this is what the high dwarfs are. These dwarfs are known for their confidence, keen intuition. Their culture's deep kingdom values, family, ritual, and fine craftsmanship. Okay, maybe. Great losses in ancient wars against goblins and orcs have led these dwarves to adopt a cynical mindset, but they endure anything to restore their historical homelands. Okay, also not bad. This is Jugar. Once enslaved by the Eldritch and the Mind Flayers, Jugars adapt to freedom with harsh practicality. Their cold demeanors and gift of stealth are well known. Okay, so my character is more probably under the line of Shield Dwarf, and that's probably what we're gonna run with. The class that I have him playing is actually a Druid Dwarf. I know it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. A lot of them are very tinkers, but the way I have him set up, His name is Reut Everguard. He uh, is a mountain dwarf. In the mountains, he'd rather, instead of expose himself and like do a bunch of wild shape for people, um, he relies mostly on spells and tinkering with different like weapons to enhance them. That's kind of his whole shtick, and I really like that idea. I just didn't get to use him a lot because a lot of times Druid was taken in the party, and I hate running two Druids. And a party sometimes it's just never fun because then you're just gonna have two, bears or two dire wolves running around. So a lot of the times I didn't get to play him. So this time I think it would be kind of fun to play a Druid dwarf in this playthrough. Let's see, Druids can channel elemental force of nature. They share a deep kinship with animals. Mastery of wild shape allows them to transform into beasts from all over the realms. So, the way Root was, he likes animals more than he likes people. So I think that will work well for this solo playthrough. Um, so yeah, once you pick a class, I don't think you can switch these out just yet. So you go to cantrips. Here we go. This is where we can switch out. I gotta try to remember where he started off. I don't have his sheet with me. I really should have brought it, but I'm gonna try to remember for what I have. I honestly don't even know where that sheet is. I have a lot of my newer characters with me as is. So, right, here we go. Right now it says I have Chalet, which is a transmutation cantrip. Your staff or your club becomes magical. It deals 4 to 11, depending on the roll, bludgeoning damage, and you can use spellcasting ability for attack rolls. Okay, so I think he has that. I don't believe he has Thorn Whip. If I recall, I think he'd be under the line of like produce flame. Whoops. And Chalet. Those would be the two that we are rocking with right now. And let's go right on into the background. He was a, I want to say he was a, I don't think he was an urchin. I think it was a hermit. Because he's just kind of like being by himself. I don't believe that's in here. Folk hero, artisan, noble, urchin. No. He'd probably be under the Outlander. Grew up in the wilds, learning to survive far from the comforts of civilization. Surviving unusual hazards of the wild will enhance your prowess and understanding, which is true because he lives in the mountains by himself. He likes solitude with them. If you guys have seen like The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, it would be what is his name? The brown wizard, Gandalf's friend. I can't. It starts with an R, and I can't remember his name. That's on me. He's kind of very similarly structured based off him, but instead of a wizard, he's a druid. He's a weird in between of like, I don't know if you could say like Gimli or Thorin, mixed with that brown wizard is like how it kind of came up with his character. He just, instead of traveling with people, he's very much a lone wolf sort of deal. So this makes sense for him. And then abilities, he was fairly balanced. I remember him having an intelligence that wasn't great. I think it was like a 9. But his wisdom obviously is going to be pretty high. I think it was like a 16 was his wisdom. His intelligence was 9. He wasn't very charismatic, but he was strong for a druid, if I recall. Let's see. I like his con where he's at there. I really should have gotten his sheet. So we'll move his charisma down, his strength up 1. Maybe we'll do that. Yeah, I feel pretty good with that. He's, like I said, he was pretty balanced. In the ability points, maybe we'll do strength 13, dex 13, con 14, intelligence 9, wisdom 16, and charisma 12. So he wasn't very intelligent. I remember that being the thing. Wisdom was his thing, but like obviously as a druid, but he was pretty balanced all around. So I think that's totally fine for him. Maybe we'll make him less dexterous and put his intelligence at an even 10. Just because there's a lot of talking in this game. But I'm okay with that. Alright, so for the prepared spells, this is going to be kind of important because as a druid you need these prepared spells. And I can't remember what he was for Reut. But, let's see, Cure Wounds is good. Entangle, Creed, Alliance, Surface around... It's not bad. Goodberry, I know for a fact he had. Thunderwave's not bad. Ice Knife is good. Tangle's good. Fog Cloud. Speak with Animals, I think he had. Animal Friendship. Charm Person. Healing Word. Fairy Fire. All targets within the light turn visible. And attack rolls against them have advantage. I think he had Fairy Fire as well. So if my... Let's see. Didn't have that. He didn't have that. He had Goodberry. I don't think he had Create or Destroy Water. Okay, so if this was the case, he didn't have that. I think he had Ice Knife. And then we'll get rid of... He might have had Cure Wounds. Did he have Entangle? I don't believe so. I think I'll do Fairy Fire. Cure Wounds, Fairy Fire, Goodberry. Maybe we'll get rid of Cure Wounds. He's not really like a healing class, but he does have like Goodberry to help for the healing. Maybe we'll get rid of Cure Wounds, and then we'll do like Entangle or Speak with Animals is pretty good. Just Speak with Animals, because that's just how his character is. He's very much animals first, people kind of second, no matter what the race is, whether it's dwarf, elves, human, whatever. He just likes animals more, so that makes total sense. Alright, so we can continue now. Let's see. Proceed. Alright, so it's not Tav, it is Reut. It's spelled that way because he's a dwarf, and then it was Everguard. Proceed.
You need a guardian. Choose one.
Let's go back. Hold on. My bad. I know you can customize the appearance, but I can't remember if that's before or after you choose a guardian. Abilities, prepare spells, proceed. Oh, edit appearance. Oh, that's a button right there. Alright. So I will go ahead and move myself out of the way so you guys can see all of the options. There we go. So this is a game where if you love character building and character creation, you can get lost in how much customization this is. He, if I recall, was a smaller dwarf. He wasn't very large, but he was strong. I don't think he had like an insane nose. We'll run with that. He was a male. Let's hear the voice.
Where to next?
Nope. Nope.
Let's hope the locals are friendly.
Possibly.
Hells. Something just woke up down here.
Be wary. This place is trapped.
It's opened.
More of those wretched things.
There's magic keeping this chest sealed.
Where to next?
Okay.
Let's hope the locals are friendly.
I think it's be more or less 7. He's got a deeper voice. His skin color, he was a little bit darker. Just because out in the woods constantly, so he was a little bit more tan. We'll go with that. He did have some scars, just being out in the woods and just him constantly like hunting and. Let's see, can I? Oh, perfect, perfect. So, I'm gonna post this to YouTube. Obviously, if you're watching this on YouTube, it's already happened. So you can go ahead and skip forward if you're watching this in the future for YouTube. For the stream, you can go ahead and skip to the beginning part if you don't like to see all the customization, and that's totally okay. He wasn't an old dwarf. He was kind of newer. Or newer, I say younger. We'll say he's like 26. That's how old I am. He had a ton of freckles. Weren't that intense? Maybe we'll just do like that. I don't think he had any pigmentation. That's okay. I forgot that you can do like genitals and stuff like that, which is kind of funny, but we're not gonna get into that because, well, we're just not. Because this is a stream, this is gonna go on YouTube, so there's no need to get super graphic with the details. Body art. Here we go. He did have some tattoos, just none on the face, so that's okay. Eyes. He had like green eyes. Well, he's a druid. Maybe he has two different color eyes. I didn't get that in depth with him, but maybe it has a blue and green. That'd be kind of cool, right? Sure, why not? This is a fantasy world. Why the heck not? Right, makeup. He didn't have any hair. I don't believe he was a ginger. I think he just had brown hair. We'll go dark. Can confirm. Kind of digging the hair he has now. He does have longer hair. What's he rocking now? Kind of a bun. That's fine. God, the score for this game is so good. Bohemian. Nope. Those are some locks, dude. I love that. I like the Conqueror idea. I think that suits him pretty well. That works, I think. I don't see why not. I mean, yeah, that works. Facial hair. He definitely has facial hair. He's a dwarf. Uh, Judicious. I dig the braids, but I don't think he would be rocking that through the entire adventure. So maybe he just has it kind of the standard it was. Alright, so yeah, that's essentially who I had for Reut. Whoops. No. Body hair, facial hair. I think that's all we can do. Oh yeah, body type. I can make. Oh, hold on. Did I just mess up everything? Nope, he's still there. Okay. I kind of dig he's got lighter hair than he does a beard. I kind of mess with that. Everything else looks pretty good. Sure. Good enough. That's Reut. Reut Everguard. Here we go. You can see proficiencies, weapons, clubs, daggers, javelins, maces, quarterstaffs, scimitars, sickles, spears, battle axes, hand axes, light hammers, warhammers, armor, light armor, medium armor, shields, skills, athletic, nature, animal handling, and survival. Sounds about right. Alright, and then we need to choose a guardian. So this one's not as extensive, you just kind of choose who they would look up to, kind of, like their protector. I have another dwarf who I play as pretty often. Um, he is a he is a dwarf barbarian, and his name is Windowbane. I love him. I love playing as him. He would probably look like the same.
Follow your in.
Remarkable.
Yeah, that's probably right.
Truly.
He's got light-ish skin. And he is a flaming redhead ginger. He's a little older. He's been around the block. He too has some freckles. He definitely has some scars. Sure. I know I'm not just essentially making Reut again. Windowbane actually came first. He's a cousin of one of the friends I play with. He made a dwarf by the name of Cardor, and Windowbane was his cousin. I think he had brown eyes. Sure. Didn't have any makeup. He was a ginger for sure. And it was like a staunch. Yeah, that works. Confirm. And he had a kick-ass mohawk. Not quite. Closer. That's pretty close. Yeah, probably something like that. Not quite. So yeah, we're probably gonna rock with this one. And the Guardians don't play a huge role in this game. Sure. And he too had quite a long beard. And his, we'll say his is braided. Why not? Alright, I think we're set and ready to go. Let's dive right on into it. of steps to climb up, brother. Ooh, Wilhelm screech early, huh? Or scream. Wilhelm scream early. Something more badass than people riding dragons. Like, that's sick. Now, how kick ass is this opening? Imps. Pretty badass, if you ask me. So, this is how you start off a game. Alright, so I think I can move my camera. We'll move it like over here, I think will be fine. If I remember right, I can move if need be. Oh, I'm so excited. Happy Fantasy Friday, everyone. There's Reut. And here we are.
My head.
You are fine. Alright, so this might be a little jarring, but in order to move around, you have to move the camera in order to move your person. So anything you can see will eventually get phased. You can see like a perfect camera view. It might be a little jarring on YouTube. I don't know, especially with like the bitrate and stuff. So I'm going to check that out here in a second. Here, let me go ahead and change some settings around. So hold on. Options. I'll just do this real quick. You guys can see this kick-ass be right back stream. Make sure the keybinds are set. We'll bump that up a little bit. Perfect, that looks good. Audio looks good. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know there was a colorblind mode. That's pretty awesome. And then we'll make sure it doesn't show any genitals or sexual or violent cinematics. Yeah, let's not do that. Okay. Should be good. Awesome. Let's switch this back now. Perfect. You guys missed a whole lot of nothing. Alright, let's dive right on into it. Sorry for the delay. I know we're like 40 minutes in after character creation, but we finally can get to the story and why Mind Flayer decided to kidnap this mountain druid.
What's inside?
A bloodstone, sure.
Dead.
This is the pool that thing came from. The parasite now writhing behind your eye.
Alright, first roll. First roll of the campaign. Here we go. Skill to add bonus. Perfect. Alright, and here's where you can add a bunch of different dice. So here's the starting off dice, just scuff metal. We have a dragon flame. Um, and then we have a Be Here Blue. Let me know which one you guys like. Put down in the comments which is your dice favorite. For right now, I think we'll do the basic scuff metal. But if you guys have a preference, we'll go ahead and switch it. Or I might download a different one. So just let me know what you guys want in the comments. We'll continue with the scuff metal. Just to start for this part here. So we got a DC of 10. Let's see if we can get it. Meets it, beats it, baby. Let's go. Right off the gate.
The casing is fragile. The slightest touch could cause it to crumble.
Well, it just said it could crumble, so we're not going to do it. We'll just leave it. Okay.
Let's see what this does. Someone else got out.
Looks like there's a couple other people here that obviously got teleported from
Might
that.
be other survivors.
I think this is ours.
I'd still be stuck inside if we hadn't been attacked.
So thankfully, those dragon riders came and helped. Ooh, a chest up top. How do we get there? Just a bunch of things. It's always good to kind of like look around. It looks like we can go up this way.
Let's have a
To
look.
a chest. It's always good to kind of look around and get some loot, especially We're only level 1. We just started. We need everything we can get. Some gold? Sure. Why not? That could always come in handy. I'll never say no to gold. Realistically, Reut is not a materialistic person. He can conjure up stuff that he may need. So he's not really big into like materials and stuff that like he might need. A lot of dwarves are very big into gold and mining and stuff like that. He's not. He's much more of a nature-driven dwarf.
Another step forward.
Don't see a way we can get up there because I think we can't jump around. So yeah, sorry if this is jarring. This is just kind of how the game is for moving the camera and stuff around. I don't love the fact that this door is called a sphincter. Not a big fan of that. Well, that's fun. Alright, so let's just kind of take a look around the place here. I think we can go up through this thing. Alright.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
What's up, dude? This dude is still very much
You've come
alive.
to save us from this place. From this place you'll free us.
The exposed brain quivers in expectation.
Please. Before they return. They return. A newborn. Born new from this husk.
You realize you're talking to an intellect devourer, a minion of the mind flayers who abducted you.
Intellect devourers aren't great. Think your past point of saving. Tell me what to do. I think we should just destroy the intellect devourer. Doesn't sound great. Plus, this poor dude definitely seems like he's dead. We're just gonna destroy the brain. Yummy. Sorry, buddy. Had to be done. Do you have any stuff on you? Nope. That. Yeah, that's tough.
Brains.
It's probably a lot of brains. Is there anything else up here? Just brain jar. Lots of brain jars. Indeed. Okay. What does this do? Does this just send this down?
Doesn't do anything.
Oh, great. Alright. I'll just make our way down. I guess we spared that guy. Yeah, that's fun. Not everything in in a fantasy land is all, you know, sunshines, rainbows, and unicorns. Sometimes it's a mind flayer taking control of your brain and making an intellect devourer. The dragons are here, fighting imps. Remember, there's still a fight going on while we're searching a bunch of shit. Well, that's cool.
Abomination. This is your end.
Whoa.
Your head throbs and your skin tingles. Visions rush past. A dragon swing, a silver sword, and a flash of your face seen through the strange woman's eyes.
Oh. My head.
What is this? Skvar. You are no thrall. Vlaakith blesses me this day. Together, we might survive.
Sounds good.
We carry mind flayer parasites. Unless we escape, unless we are cleansed, our bodies and minds will be tainted and twisted. Within days, we will be Geich, mind flayers.
That's not good.
Who am I? Your only chance of survival.
That's a pretty good. Good answer.
We can do nothing until we escape. That must be our priority.
So this is a very
First, we exterminate the imps. Then we find the helm and take control of the ship.
it's a very
We will
story
address the matter
driven
of the cure for
game.
this infection
Obviously,
once
you
we
can
reach the
imagine.
material plane.
So I kept the subtitles on so everyone can see it, in case some voice actors might be quieter than others. Sometimes music is just loud. Plus, I like to see with subtitles, and sometimes you can't understand people with their dialogue. And now we are in our first combat situation. Here we go. Combat, get ready to fight. Combat happens in rounds. Each participant gets a turn to act. The game pauses around you during combat, so you have time to plan your actions. This is just like in D&D. Everyone goes through rounds, and in D&D, each round is 6 seconds. So you're thinking, while this is happening, what is your character doing? And then while you're doing that, let's say if you're playing with other people, their character is doing this simultaneously. So each round is 6 seconds. So you go through 10 rounds in 1 minute, and that's a lot of shit's happening at that point. So, what's cool with Baldur's Gate is we control the NPCs that we have. So right now we're in control of Lizelle. She is this, I forget the name, starts with a G, kind of frogish type elf, if you will. I'm not really familiar with their race, but she's pretty cool. She is, I believe, the fighter class. Yep, Lizelle fighter class, and then we are a druid class. So she is big into hand-to-hand combat. So we'll probably send her. We'll send her closest here.
You bow or you break.
There we go. First kill. One of many. And then she's still got some movement. We'll move her this way. Second win. Oh, that's cool. Alright, yeah. And that'll be the end of her turn. Then you end her turn and you move on to the next person. In that order. So we have some spells we can use. Don't really want to. Maybe I'll do a cantrip to start. When thrown. Okay, so we can throw it. I think we should keep our distance. It just doesn't. We don't have a lot of health. Okay, so I'll cast it. Oh, it did nothing. Okay, so I didn't know it wasn't a ranged attack. Okay, noted. Well, in the meantime, I guess I'll use my staff for Chalet. And next turn, I'll be ready to fight. I'm not going to move him quite yet. I'm sure the imps will come to us. That's my bad. Stuff like this will happen. It happens all the time in D&D where a player forgets they have this bonus action, or they didn't think of something during their movement, so they have to kind of save it for the next round. So let's see. We'll just do a regular attack. She's kicking ass. And maybe here, maybe we can give them a shove with the rest of our movement. There we go. We'll back up. Give us some extra room here.
No choice but to keep going.
So I have Chalet, which will help. But I don't have any, oh man, my movement is very, very small. Okay. Reduce flame. Oh, okay, so this is how I do it. Okay, it's in 30 feet, so I can move closer. Alright, so it wasn't for waste. Bang!
You proved surprisingly
Perfect.
adequate in battle. Now, to the helm.
Alright, so a potion of healing, that's great. I'm sure we'll take a skull, a caustic bomb, Void bulb, sure. Always good to loot. Always good to loot. This is a scimitar. I like my quarterstaff a lot more. But we can send this to Lizelle.
Anything of use?
Hand axe we can probably take. And then this one I absolutely roasted. Had a crossbow. Okay, we'll take the crossbow. We'll send this one to Lizelle. Death roll. We'll take a potion of healing, absolutely. So realistically, you're not just playing one character, you're playing the rest of your party as well, which is pretty cool. Sure, we'll take it. We might as well take everything we can because we can sell it at one point. 2 gold, sure, absolutely.
I feel better.
Weird.
Ship won't be able to take another dragon attack. We need to get out before it's too late.
Not proficient in swords, so I'll give it to her. Druid leather armor is a little bit better. But we'll take the gold. We'll leave them their armor, that's fine. Can't go that way. So we're just gonna go through this sphincter, sure. Alright, autosave, I don't love that. That means something's coming up.
To put my hands on everything.
Ooh, this looks like a fun room. Sacrifice cultist?
I should speak up.
You good?
Machinery.
The man isn't dead, but he's totally unresponsive.
There's someone in this pod.
You! Get me out of this damn thing! We have no time for stragglers.
The construction is too alien. Nothing looks familiar.
This ship is crashing. Do you intend to die for a stranger?
I mean, fair, but you can't just leave them.
Try that contraption next to the pod. They did something to it when they sealed me in. Hurry! Please!
I would assume it's this. So this is the journal that gives you like your quests and stuff. The map, which is currently occasionally custom records can teleport to waypoints by discovering them. All right, that's good. But yeah, this is currently the map. Like in D&D, it will reveal itself once you enter that room or whatnot. So it's very similar to that. Inspiration, dialogue, so you can keep track of literally everything, which is pretty cool for a game. Alright, so it's next to this. Touch.
The console appears dormant. The mechanisms are completely unrecognizable at first, but then you spy an empty socket.
I'm not gonna hit it because I don't want to like crush her. So we'll find it. It sounds like there's a key.
Whatever fits in that socket must power this thing. Maybe I need more pockets.
A dark mind. Oh, I just straight up picked it up, huh? It's locked. I don't have any of these tools. I bet I can go through this sphincter here. Maybe I'll find a key. Oh, hello, Mind Flare. They're intellect devour. He's just running around. Alright, he doesn't give a shit. He's just moving around. Alright, death roll. That looks like a key to me. And I guess I'll take the scimitar as well.
Skra. How many
confused woman is trapped inside the pod. She doesn't notice you.
Is she okay? No? Alright, this thing.
You are beautiful.
Damn! That was super nice. Alright. More chairs. Push this. Another death roll. Eldritch Ruin. Okay.
Might have those controls next to the pod.
Okay. That's good. A slave mine. Interesting.
Another brain.
Chest. More potions of healing. I like that. We'll take that. A sigil. And this thing. Place your hand on the console. Do I want to? Hold on. I'll leave. What's this sigil? Let's read that first before we just go into start. Okay, maybe Lizelle knows.
These madness. A mystery, even to me.
We don't know. I'll push it anyway.
As you place your hand on the pod, you hear something. A presence connected to the pod, commanding the person inside to change.
That's messed up. Did I accidentally make a mind flare? I accidentally made a mind flare.
Changed at the pull of a lever. How? If we are not purified, this may be our fate.
That's messed up. That's,
Bloody beard. I'm not waiting around for that to happen to us.
That's really messed up. I didn't know that would happen.
Reborn Mind Flayer stares at you, weak and dazed.
My bad. This just goes to show you, don't just go ahead and just push
Right on my
buttons.
feet.
On a ship that you might not know what they do. I accidentally made a mind flare. That's on me. That's hand up, hand accountability. That's my bad. Now I just said that. I think we found something to a
The
key.
console appears dormant.
Insert the ruin. Okay, not the key. Dude, those
The console hums.
intellect devours just walking around. I don't like
What
that.
is its purpose? Will it free the captive or transform her like that other unfortunate?
Alright, DC 10. We're 1 for 1 right now. Let's see if we can get it again. Ooh! That's not good. That's really not good.
Nothing in the appearance of the device betrays its purpose. It could do anything. It could even transform the occupant of the pod, like what happened before.
Ooh, don't want to do that. Hey, Lizelle, you want to take a look at this?
Reaction.
Let me out! Come on! Get me out of this thing!
Working on it.
Good. Try using it on that machine next to me. Hurry! Please!
I would feel bad if this just
The
turned
console
her.
hums steadily, awaiting command.
Do you have an Arcana check? You do. All right. Maybe Lizelle will be better off. Any bonuses to add? Oh, she's got Australian knowledge. That works. So that bonus gives you an extra +2, so we're actually at 14. So bonuses add on top of the rolls. So we passed.
The pulsing glow and organic lines of the device make it seem more like a beating heart than a machine. This device is different from the one that caused the other captive to transform. Perhaps it will open the nearby pod.
Sure.
Suddenly, you feel a hideous squirming in your head. The parasite. Then discomfort fades, and another sensation washes over you. Connection. Authority.
Sure. Oh, we got this. She's got +1 wisdom. Even if we get a 1, we get 2, so we automatically get it. Oh, we nailed that with flying colors.
You feel the biomechanical brain of the console process your command and yield to it. A shiver runs across your mind. You feel sated.
That narrator's got such a soothing voice.
Wish to live in more interesting times.
I thought that damn thing was going to be my coffin.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
Thank you.
Your mind lurches into her thoughts. Her gratitude is mixed with wariness, because you have a gith with you.
You keep dangerous company.
Whoa! We just saved you. That's the name of Lazelle's race, Githyanki. I believe they just call them Giths.
More that Gith have a problem with everyone else. But there's more important matters right now.
That's fair.
Survival. Let me come with you. We can get off this ship and watch each other's backs along the way.
Yeah,
I
did we?
did.
We're gonna talk about that?
It must be because of those parasites they put in us. But that'll have to wait. Are we going to help each other or not?
Yeah. I think survival in numbers, right?
Shadowheart. One moment.
Reut Everguard.
It's nothing. Trust me.
Enough of this chatter. We need to get to the helm. Now.
She's right. Lead on.
Alright, and XP. I did get a key. I wonder if it's to this elaborate chest. It is! Just look at that. Onyx and 16 gold. Alright. So we just talked to Shadowheart, and she now joined our party. So now we have a party of 3. What's up with
Here
this
goes
signal?
nothing. Read the script.
I am terrible at reading this, apparently. Dude, our Arcana stinks.
Might it mean?
Shadowheart?
What's this gibberish?
Not gonna touch anything. If that's the case, I think we should just leave. Can't go that way. That's the way we came in. I'm not gonna hit that. That sounds like a very bad idea. It's probably this way. If I were to
Here we go.
guess. Just because the minimap says escape the Nautiloid. Not to Lloyd. Sure.
Breathe deep and move.
Aquarium.
Mind if I have horticulture?
Restoration. That heals all of us. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's continue on to the
We're
next
nearing the
sphincter.
helm. Once inside, do as I say.
Who put you in charge? I'll trust my own judgment.
King.
Because this is a cantrip, I can just do this whenever. I believe it lasts 10 turns for me. Okay, so it lasts specific turns, now 9 turns. Okay, so I just like doing it just to have. So whenever we start a fight, I don't have to use a cantrip round. This is the weirdest Tenacious D music video I have ever seen. This Mind Flayer's getting rocked by imps. Damn.
Thrall, connect the nerves of the transponder. We must escape. Now.
Do it. We will deal with the Geich after we escape.
Okay.
This thing's falling
Reach the
fast.
transponder before the Nautiloid crashes. Okay. So she will
Your
go
time
ahead
has
and get
come.
rid of this imp. There you go, Shadowheart. Good shit. She'll continue. Looks like she's got a lot of healing spells. Inflict wounds, that's really good. Guidance, Blessing of the Trickster. Disguise Self, Charm Person, Sacred Flame, Resistance, and Guiding Bolt. Nice. Shield Phase, protect a creature from attacks, increase your armor class by 2. That's pretty good. I don't think we can do anything else. We attacked, we moved. There's this Lesser Hellsboar that I'm not a big fan of.
I will not know failure.
Well, you just failed. There we go. We'll get that out of the way and we'll continue moving. I believe Reut doesn't have that great of movement speed. He's a dwarf, so only has 25 speed. So I'm going to prepare a Sacred Flame. You have unlocked an action as a result of an ability feature or condition. It will remain on the side of the hotbar until those conditions expire.
With haste.
And then from here, because it's a range thing, I think I can. Not enough. Okay, I'll just go ahead and use it on him. 6 is pretty good. We continue. Ow. We'll continue moving up. I don't believe she has any ranged attack other than that. She has a guiding bolt. Let's see what he's got. 150 health. Holy shit! How much does he have? 85 total. It's not great. How much is his? It's just 6. We'll do inflict wounds on. Oh, it's a. Okay, so guiding bolt should be high defense. All right, let's try it. 16 damage, not bad. Let's see. So we still got 14 turns. Oh, whoops, hold on. We will move this. So we still have 14 turns, as it says. I'll just prop us right there. Now, and Shadowheart's turn.
Fury, I am death.
Alright, we'll take out this guy. Easy peasy. You can loot him real quick. Sure, he's got nothing. Oh, wait, we didn't loot any of the imps. Let's loot some imps. Crossbow, we can sell. Nothing. Anything on the intellect of ours, I would assume nothing, but you never know. Nothing. Okay. So the looting does take up some of your movement speed, which isn't great, but. So we'll move.
Is ever
And then
ready.
we'll move.
Best be on my way.
Reut. We'll do produce flame again because it's a cantrip. And I will toss it at this imp. It makes sense it would only do 2 damage because, well, I would assume imps are resistant to fire damage. At least that makes sense in my head canon. It is starting to get a little dark out. Let's do this.
Ignore the devil. We must take the transponder.
Agreed. But let's get rid of this imp. There you go. And continue. To dash would be an action. I can't do anything else.
Time to strike.
She can dash, however. So a dash is just double movement.
Open up.
Oops. There we go. Ooh, amethyst. That's a cool gem. Anything else? Crossbow. A dagger. That's pretty good. I'm gonna go give this to Reut. And I think that was it for her movement.
Easy these days.
He doesn't really have a lot of movement, so we're just gonna dash him. Short sword we'll give to Shadowheart. And we will be on our way.
Don't waste a step.
Oh, there goes a dragon.
before they strike.
Working on it. And more people have entered the battle. Hellsboar and 2 imps. Okay. You get a mind flare.
It's now on.
I kind of want to defeat this guy since he only got 99 health, but I don't think we can realistically defeat him with the stuff that we have. But let's try it. Not bad, 19. It's pretty good. Shadowheart will be the type of person that will kind of wait and, you know, play battle
Time to
while
strike.
a bunch of shit's happening.
What lies within?
Lieutenant, nothing. He has nothing. Mind Flare, Amethyst, pretty good. And there's that. So that will be her turn.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
Actually, go back. Can I dash? I can dash. Does she have a bow? She has a bow. Okay. So she can still attack, actually. That's really good. No? Does she not have any arrows? I guess not. Okay. See anything there? No. Oh, I gotta cancel. My bad. I gotta cancel the end turn. She actually didn't end her turn. Psych. Okay. Let's go after this imp. Pretty good. Do some damage. Now we'll end her turn.
Can't stay idle.
Again. Tale as old as time will produce flame.
Another step forward.
Need to get rid of him. Let's just get rid of him so he doesn't have a turn. 7's pretty good. And we will end the turn there. There's just one lesser imp. Dang, Reut's taking some damage. One lesser imp and a Hellsboar. Okay, good. Glad he missed. This Mind Flare is getting rocked. See, I would move, but I think... Oh, no, it doesn't attack with opportunity attack, so I guess we'll just leave. He's very, very preoccupied with the Mind Flare, apparently. But Shadowheart can help us.
Victory awaits.
Lizelle, I think she will go ahead and do a main attack against this Hellsboar. Almost strike. Daze them? Sure, I like that.
It has it.
There you go, and it's Daze. That's awesome. And we can continue our movement.
Make way.
That way. Nothing. Not enough movement. Okay.
Time to push my luck again.
With Chalet, I think it's a 4 to 11, which is not terrible at all for a starting weapon. And I missed. That's tough. All right, now that I got him off me with my movement, I can still move. We'll go this way.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Forward, Istik, before more dragons come.
All right, not bad. Glad he missed because Reut's not doing great on health. Is there more? Ooh. Where are they? Oh, they just spawn in here, huh? So they look to be in a spawn place that's kind of coming up. Okay, noted. She has... Oh, she's got a cantrip for Firebolt? When did she get this? That's sick.